Hello? Is this thing on? Are we good?
Who's that?
Sean? Sean?
Who-
Is that you?
Wrong number.
No, wait, no, don't go. Stop, stay. Wait. Man, it's been a while. You believe this?
8 months.
Yeah, something along that. Oh, that's a while. I'd say it's a while. I gotta brush the dust off this thing. But wait, if I'm here and then you're here, we're missing someone, aren't we?
No, we're good. Let's go.
I have been here the whole
Max!
time. I have been here the whole time. You said we were going to do this in May.
You didn't get the memo? I thought I sent a memo.
Nobody sends memos anymore. What is this, corporate America?
Well, I got the memo, so I don't know what you were doing sitting in the void.
I don't even know what a memo
GarageBand.
looks like. Okay, it took you this long to come back?
Well,
it
things happened.
Lots happened, and then
And speaking of,
Like,
of those
what-
things,
What could have
Nothing
possibly
happened.
happened to keep this from happening months and months ago? Somebody, tell me something, anything. I have just been on this line, on this call for the past 9 months, waiting on you guys, and now you finally show up. So tell me, what happened?
well, how about we devote this episode to doing just that?
hey,
How does
what
that
an
sound?
idea.
How does that sound, Max?
I will never forgive you for what you have done, but that's a good
Excellent. That's how
Friends, the end is nigh. However, we are going to milk it for all we can. And our final episode of Rural Thirds, we're going to be talking about a little bit of what we're doing right now, what we all plan on kind of doing in the future, what we see ourselves doing. And then we're going to give some final thoughts on the show and just reminisce a little bit. Hopefully you'll stay tuning in and you haven't already abandoned us after that horribly improvised intro.
Or
And,
the 9-month hiatus.
Or the 9-month
I
hiatus.
think it's pretty good,
Yeah.
all things considered.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay for improvised.
And improvised. So
Yeah. So you know what? Have we ever improvised an intro before?
have we never
course we
not
have.
improvised an intro before?
Yeah, when haven't
That-
we? Like, we think
that-
we haven't
that's true.
improvised like once or twice.
Could you imagine
Well-
trying to script a podcast? That would be a
Good
nightmare.
God.
That'd be weird. Well, I just want to milk this cold open for all it's got. The second time I've used this because it's true. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this episode. My name is Larry.
My name is Sean.
And my name is Max.
And this is the finale of the Rural Thirds podcast. Kick it. Oh, I love that song. I love that piece so much. I don't remember who chose it.
So does Disney's lawyers.
Oh, true. I don't know.
Thank goodness
I don't
we're out
remember
of
who
this
chose
very
it.
soon.
Who chose that song?
You, it's
That
your
was,
favorite
I
movie.
think that was me. I think I.
Was
I think
that
I was
Max?
the
I
one
think
that
it
brought
was Max.
All right,
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
officer, it was him. He's the man. Arrest him.
Well, Max, I give you credit. That's a great piece.
Oh my God! No, the content ID bots are after me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
well,
it's weird
Max,
we never
I
had
feel like you'd get used to that now, Max.
Well,
because,
it's- spoilers.
I don't know what you're talking about. This
okay.
is
Spoilers.
it's clearly
Okay. Well,
confidential
anyway,
information.
hello everyone, and welcome back to Rule Thirds. It's been a while, but I'm very happy that all three of us have finally come together to record this. How are you both doing?
I'm doing pretty well, as a
Yeah,
matter
That's
of fact.
good. I'm glad. Sean, what about you?
Same. It's everything's on a bit of a scale as of late, but
Right.
within the new scale, good. Yeah, good.
Oh yeah, that's good. Have any of you guys seen any stuff lately? Movies, television, anything of note?
Well, I mean, I think the biggest thing right now is how close we are to 2017 kicking into high gear. I saw John Wick
Yeah.
Chapter 2. It was
Right,
fun,
yeah.
but like,
Oh, cool.
we're not Logan soon. We got Kong Skull
Yeah.
Island. May has a ton of stuff, including
March
Guardians
is
Volume 2.
huge. March
Yeah,
is a
March is
ridiculous
huge.
month.
So honestly, it's kind of stupid to talk about 2017 movies. Yeah, we're right about to get to it. Unfortunately,
Well, I mean, hey, I saw Split.
yeah, I thought
liked
it was. I
Split.
liked it. Yeah,
Yeah, I think the last 5 minutes are kind of. I mean, the big what a twist was kind of weird and doesn't
Yes.
really do much for the film itself. But
No, it
I
doesn't.
like the film, and
I
I love
enjoyed it.
McAvoy in it.
yeah.
so that
McAvoy's
was
the reason
that was
to go
good.
see it.
Max, did you see anything interesting?
Yeah, last night I watched the Lego Batman movie.
I've seen
Hey,
that
that's
Tuesday
definitely
or
an
this
anticipated
Wednesday.
one.
Not sure which.
Yeah, how'd you like it?
I thought it was excellent. Like, I did not think
Great.
it would live up to the legacy. of the Lego Movie, but I think it kind of does, and
Oh,
it's
That's
like
awesome.
it was not directed by Lord and Miller, but it really does feel like a movie that they made, and I think I'm really excited for what's to come. I'm actually excited for this Ninjago movie out in a few months. So
Is that
Yeah.
in the same sort of universe?
okay, universe is loosely used. I guess it's in
Right,
it's in
yeah.
the same sort of like that universe of like all those different worlds. So
Because
yes,
like
it's
Lego
got-
Batman, I feel like Lego Batman would somewhat be tied to the Lego Movie more so because
yes,
it features
it
a
is
character.
in ways that are very sort of like blatantly like trying to pander to theory culture, in that there are certain
okay.
little nods here and there. The movie gets nuts. Like there are certain like the weirdest thing about the marketing is that they show Batgirl even though Batgirl's not in the movie for that much, but
Oh.
like what they've
Hmm.
kept away. No, you'll know what I mean when you see the movie. But like what they've kept out of the marketing is ridiculous.
Well, that's good.
I was
I
very
like
surprised.
that. That's
Okay.
that should be a trend, keeping it.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's cool. I hope to see that movie soon as well. That's an anticipated film for me. Anyway, so let's get into the nitty gritty here. Oh wait, Sean, don't you have to check the comments on our
Oh my goodness.
last episode?
I honestly, great idea. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, pull them up.
I mean-
I would just because that'd be fun, right?
We're reading the comments we'll read the comments and it's just a bunch of skeletons now that left them because it's
Yeah.
been so long.
Hey Whitley, how you doing, Whitley?
I got skeletons in my comments.
Uh,
yeah. And what's funny is that he's on Twitter like talking to us and stuff. So like we know he's alive.
yeah, he
but,
still sends us tweets, which is nice.
yeah. That was something I wanted to bring up. Like we actually have had a few viewers like through the entirety of this, and I want to say thank you. There's been like
Mhm.
3 of you or something, and we appreciate that.
A small audience.
So
is
3
still
top 3
appreciated.
favorite films.
Oh, that was a good one.
Hot dog.
I really loved that
25
episode.
views. Okay.
All right.
Seth Campbell has commented 8 months ago. My 3 top 3 in ascending order. So does that mean the first one? Yeah. Okay. Number 3 is The King's Speech. Number 2 is Star
Oh
Wars.
wow.
And number 1 is Apollo 13.
Oh wow.
That's a good one. I
That's
like
a good
Apollo
one, yeah.
13.
He's got some
Tom Hanks,
Ron Howard.
classic.
Ben-Hur, I assume like the classic one, not the. Well, that's funny.
Not the
The remake wasn't
garbage
out
new one.
when he typed that in. So
Yeah, we
Oh,
need to make
Lord.
that distinction.
Yeah,
Good
that's how-
job, studio who made that.
that's how long
Can't
ago
recall.
this was. They made another
Ugh.
Ben-Hur movie since he left the comment to now. That's
All right. Yeah. What's the next
Uh,
comment?
fine. There aren't any.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well,
Not even Whitley?
hi, Seth.
Not even
Thanks,
Whitley.
Seth.
No, Whitley didn't comment. He had 8 months
He's
to
been
do
too
it.
busy writing long ass blogs. Good work, Whitley. Good work.
The vlogs
Yeah.
are good. He's a great writer.
Okay, can I just say something? This is so weird, right? Like this feels like a very condensed, like real life version of Steve Rogers stepping out of the ice. Like the world has changed so much since
Yeah.
May 2016. Like and I'm pretty sure if you're listening to this, you know exactly what I mean by that. But it's ridiculous to think how much. Like how the world has been shaped by certain huge events all over the world, not just here in America, but like all over the world. And I think that's
Mhm.
ridiculous and kind of
It's
scary.
on us, guys. It's on us. We held the world together. Clearly,
yeah, Rule Thirds was
Yeah,
what
I mean,
was
maybe
keeping
that's
the
what happened.
foundation.
we're the
Once
glue.
Rule
Yeah,
Thirds
man. But
came
you
to a
know-
halt, the world fell to darkness, and now
Yeah,
we
world
will bring
did.
it back.
The world
We're
came
sorry.
to a halt.
We didn't know, but now we do, and we apologize. Man, heavy burden
but
to
I
bear.
mean,
Good
but
thing we
Max,
didn't know we
I
had
mean-
it.
Yeah, but Max, what's funny is that the world has the lives of the world has shifted, but I like to think that our lives also, our individual lives have also shifted because of these events. And not only that, but it's also we are all doing very different things than what we were doing.
Well, you're
back
not
in
so
May.
much. You're still film schooling it
I
up.
yes, I am still a film student, thank God. But I would say that I definitely am doing a lot more than I did.
All right. Well,
Just
we'll get to
just
that
a
for
matter
sure.
of months ago. Yeah,
Excited
I'll
to
talk a
hear.
little bit about that. Yeah, but so I guess we're gonna take the majority of this time to just talk a little bit about what we all have been doing since we kind of went on this hiatus of sorts. So who wants to go first?
I can. Why not? Because I
Okay,
got
Sean,
something
tell
lined
us
up.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's rewind 8 months. I believe we recorded right after I graduated. Is that true?
Yep, that's right.
Yes.
After we graduated.
Mhm,
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just graduated, and I had an offer basically to. I thought I had a job lined up, and so I went down to LA, got an interview, and they said to get back. They let me know, and it was just kind of this. Everything was going so great. Won't name names. I'm not here to call people out, but
Yeah, of course not.
basically then nothing happened, and so what my summer basically was a complete. I've been waiting for the majority of the 8 months, and so there's really not much to say about that time period. It was quite dull and terrible because I thought I had something, so I didn't pursue anything else, and by the time I realized that wasn't happening, I was just so far behind and scrambling to keep going. And so I did two different LA visits, one right after graduation and one in August. Neither gained me anything except an appreciation for Santa Monica and a cat as a roommate for the second trip, and that was fun. And the
Nice.
trips themselves were great. And I did good interviews at good places, but here I am, not in Los Angeles. So clearly nothing really went forward. Luckily, early December, it was late November, I think. I did finally line up something here in my hometown, and I've actually never on Twitter or anything talked about my job and what I'm doing later. I don't think you even know what I'm doing.
I can make a few guesses.
I doubt
But,
it.
I don't think you'll do.
Yeah,
I don't think
I have no
you'll know,
idea
Larry.
how
It's
you would-
it's
Oh,
a
I don't think I'll
really-
know.
It surprised me, honestly.
Hey, I
It's
can
pretty-
just. Hey, all I said was I'd make guesses. Doesn't mean any of them would be correct.
Okay, I'm kind of curious. Honestly, can you make some guesses? Do we have
I,
time?
don't know, I was
hear.
gonna assume something movie related right off the top of the hat. Like you've always wanted to work in a trailer house,
Well,
but
since
you're in
I
your
am
hometown,
right.
So
I am in Helena, Montana.
there
right
are
now.
none of those. But I don't know. I'm curious now because if Max is surprised,
Okay.
I'm probably definitely gonna be surprised.
So, transparency is important in government.
All right, build this up.
Yep.
Build this up.
Transparency in government is very important.
Especially these days.
Wow, you seem to,
Even-
you criticized Max all the time for building up stuff, and now you're just you're laying this groundwork real slow.
He has
Even-
learned from me well.
Yes, I've surpassed him in the unnecessary build-up, unnecessary self-serving build-up.
The grasshopper.
When I left, I was but a
become
learner. Now
mantis.
I am the master. So,
nice. All right,
anyway,
continue.
Government transparency is important, and the state of Montana agrees. And so every 2 years, the state legislature meets. That's how tiny the state is. We don't have a year-round House of Representatives and Senate making laws. It's 5 months every 2 years. So that's all we need. But
Wow.
during that time, there are a bunch of committee meetings where bills come through, are discussed, or amended, and passed, or not. And then there are floor sessions where the entire Senate or House of Representatives votes on, the bills and discusses them, all that good stuff. All of this needs to be available to the public. And in the modern age, the best tools are the internet. And you can go through audio recordings and video streams, including television. And that's where I come in. I work in the communications office at the Capitol. I'm in the physical Montana State Capitol. It's a beautiful building. You should just Google image search when you got the chance. It's beautiful. And every single committee meeting comes through our office, and we put in markers for every bill discussed and sync it up to a database and edit the tail ends and the front ends to make sure there's an empty space. And it's fun, and we make sure all the meetings run smoothly. We run as tech support for all the sound systems in the building. And that's basically what I do. I'm audio video assistant for the Legislative Services Communications Office. That's what I've been doing since late December.
Well, it's
And
tech based, so
Well, yeah, and I do like that, but it's also
Maintenance, good.
kind of media based. I have
Yeah,
been,
right.
And on the side, I have been editing videos. If you go to LEG, it's short for legislator, leg.mt. Right now, on the front page, there is a video that was day one, and it was the inauguration of the Governor Bullock, and there's a little video there about like some swearing ins and the House and the Senate being sworn in. That was me. I edited that.
Nice.
So it's up on the
Nice.
front page. It's nothing, extravagant. It's less than a minute, I'm pretty sure, but it's fun. And we just we totally winged it. We ran around, filmed like as it was happening. We had no plan, so I think it turned out good, very well, considering that. But it's been really fun. So I'm glad I do have a job, and
That's great.
That's what I've been doing. Great people. I like everyone I work with. Had my first workplace drama last week, but that's resolved. So
Oh boy.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, we all got it. you know?
Well, I had it
Everyone's got
until now,
workplace
but
drama.
it was
Drama
exciting.
in government? That's
know.
ridiculous. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Sean will be the star of his own House of Cards, Netflix original show.
Well, that's
Let
the
us call
thing.
it like
You
AV
should
Montana.
look, honestly, you should look up the bills that come through here. It's pretty awesome. Last week, the most the most controversial bill that people turned out the most for was about raw milk being sold in stores. So, yeah. And
That sounds...
keep in mind, this week we did have hearings on the bill to eliminate the death penalty. It still drew less of a crowd.
Oh, wow.
I know.
All right. Well.
This is Montana, folks.
Honestly, if I'm being honest, I'm not that surprised because Sean, I know you're very politically vocal.
Sure.
And so I think it's great that you're, doing something sort of angled towards that.
Yeah,
in a
though I
way.
would like to say it is obviously nonpartisan.
Right, yeah.
Everything comes
But
through.
it's right, but you're getting involved in government, which I think is something that's really cool.
I'm
And I think
the
a
man.
lot of people
I'm oppressing
yeah.
you, oppressing the proletariat.
Yeah, but I feel like with the events that have transpired since May, I feel like a lot of people are kind of talking a big game but don't get involved.
Right.
And it's good that you do.
And it
Yeah,
is
I
honestly
really
about-
agree. I think, after the announcement of the Sokovia Accords and the disassembling of the Avengers, I think it's really important that government really jump on this moment in American history and really figure out how to be the most transparent with the public. I think you're doing a great thing, Sean.
Yeah, so it is honestly though, seriously though, it is very relaxing to see what
Yeah.
government is because you hear like all this stuff that's happening. It sounds so it is scary and it seems like it's out of your control and it's this shadowy hand that's guiding the country in this horrifying way. And you
The
can't do
shadowy
anything.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at a live stream of the Senate of the House Agriculture meeting that's behind the door, like in our office, a door to a meeting room, and it's right in there. And these aren't shadowy government people. These are farmers. Like literally half of them are ranchers, and one of them was my math teacher in middle school. These are not scary people. So it was
Whoa.
nice. It's relaxing to see that. Like, yeah, we're okay right here at least. Montana's doing okay. We have some stupid laws, but we have a good governor, and we have one good senator. As in he made the news recently, you know what I'm talking about. But it has been actually kind of reassuring to be able to go in and see that it's, not quite as scary as it appears. But I mean, it's still scary.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it a
Yeah,
lot.
it's scary.
And it's still
Is there any other creative endeavors you've taken upon since?
well, I thought that would be like coming up next, but why not? We can talk about that now. As you guys know, I have a TV show all mapped out and stuff, and I've been referring to it on Twitter as Fox Den because it was a folder I randomly had and put the script in, so it's now codenamed Fox Den. And Fox Den has been going on for like 2.5 years now, and the pilot is now submitted to a contest online, a TV pilot contest. That's the deadline hasn't ended, so it's just submitted, and I haven't heard anything. It's going to be like 2 months until it's done. And from this contest, you remember the Halle Berry show Extant, the space one with her baby?
Yeah.
That got picked up because of this contest. So it has like somewhat of a track record. Like people are
Oh, wow.
looking to, good people are looking at the winners. That's how it works. Like if you're picked, it's read by this board, including a Netflix programmer. So that's exciting. Obviously it's not given by any stretch, but it's nice to have that in the works and see what comes of it. And I also just this last weekend finished Act 1 of my first attempt at a feature screenplay. So I'm now in the midst of it. I'm working on Act 2, and I'm feeling good about it. So that's been fun.
What about preview? Huh?
Right.
Got a little bit of that.
I did
going
a surprise preview. You guys might not have seen it. If you follow me on Twitter, you did. I mean, you, Larry, Max, you both know.
I saw it. I watched it.
Yeah. It was for those that don't know, I did a surprise preview on my least favorite trailer of all time, which is the trailer for Casablanca, like the actual ran in the cinemas in the 40s Casablanca trailer, and it's terrible, but I got a fun episode out of it, I think. And so that was a lot of fun to just, I didn't tell anyone. I just kind of winged it and made it and posted it, and it was fun. It was just a Christmas episode, but it was actually up in New Year's, so oops.
You plan on doing more, yeah?
Well, yes, the plan is in around May, or right when Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 comes out, I will do my finale of preview, the final episode, which will be all the Guardians Volume 2 trailers, like kind of a super review of all of them and how they all work. And so I've already taken notes on the ones that are out and written some materials. I'm kind of prepping for that. But as soon as that last main trailer drops in like mid-March is when I expect it to, I'll really get going and have a finale ready by the time the movie hits. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be hard to say goodbye to. Harder than this, honestly, because as we were talking before, we kind of stopped doing the podcast 8 months ago, and this feels like an epilogue.
Yeah.
It feels like a
right.
Yes, but for you, it'll be sad to say goodbye.
Cool. That's good. It's good to hear you're continuing to do stuff.
Yes.
And that's it. Any last little mentions?
No, that's been my life. It's been terribly exciting. It hasn't.
Oh, right. Indeed. It really sounds like it from what you're talking about.
Well, recently I had to get a job, and that's been fun. But yeah, before that, it was doldrums and awful.
Being a working person is always rewarding in some way.
Yes, especially because I do like my job a lot. So.
Yes. Maxwell.
Larry, you think you could go first? I need to organize my thoughts.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I can go. Backtrack back 8 months. I was just finishing my first year of film school. And it was quite a year. I learned a lot of things, not only about art and film, but also about myself and about what I want to do. And so I entered sophomore year with a lot of excitement. And so actually, even a little bit before that, I did my first summer internship in the summer before my sophomore year, which was for a freelance production company. We worked on this web series with a company called Wisebits Ltd. It was really fun experience. I met a lot of really great people. I even got to meet and talk to some YouTube people, some well-known YouTube stars. That was very fun.
They remain nameless.
What a hackneyed, what a terrible shell of a website. Am I right, guys?
Oh, I know. Shoot me if I ever get involved in a legitimate way in that website.
Oh, yeah, same.
And
right?
anyone that I know that's on this podcast.
Larry, you were saying?
I mean, if you guys are curious, one of them was Ross Everett, who was
I don't know who that is.
someone on SourceFed. He was a reporter on SourceFed, which was the Philip DeFranco's news network. And then he also does his own stand-up work. And the other one, I don't exactly have a subscriber count on that, but it doesn't really matter at this point. And then the second one was Hannah Witten, who's a famous blogger from the UK. Solid amount of subscribers. She actually has a book coming out right now, which I'm very much looking forward to. I admired both of those people, so it was nice to actually get to meet them and talk to them. Sponsored. So that was really fun, and it was really great it was my first experience doing a lot of pre-production. So I got to learn a lot about what it takes to do pre-production and get things into motion. Then I went back to film school, and I really started getting a lot of work, a lot of freelance work, which is really, really exciting. I was working with a lot of different people, ranging from I was working with one of the jazz compositions professors to help do public relations stuff on his new album that's coming out, which is coming out in June. I went into my first ever actual recording studio in Brooklyn for that, which was so fun. And I've been getting paid for that, which is always nice. I've been working with a lot of music students on helping them do their pre-screening materials for graduate studies. Basically, music students have to send in an audition video as a pre-screening first before they actually go in for their live audition to be considered. So I've been doing a lot of that work, which has really helped hone my audio-visual stuff. Just because I obviously was using external audio sources for that. So working with different microphones, finally getting some experience in Adobe Audition, which is something that's been very valuable to me. And I think the big thing right now is I started doing a lot of theater filming, which is something that I was not expecting.
Yeah.
But I'm
May I just say, interestingly,
yeah.
I saw you post about that. I actually have done that. a few years ago, like I don't know, it was when I was in high school. I actually filmed a production of Romeo and Juliet. I know, like the play to do, but it was a local production company,
Right,
Romeo
yeah.
and Juliet, and I filmed them do it on stage. I was in charge of the sound, but we also ran around to different locations around town and filmed key scenes like in location. I've not seen the final product. I haven't looked it up in like years. I bet it's there now. Anyway,
I
it's
actually
fun.
did something kind of
I like filming stage stuff. It's actually more fun than it sounds.
I did something kind of similar where I made TV style promos for productions at my high school, and they got a lot of attention, and like they were still being done like after I left. It's really weird.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
theater needs
well,
film.
Yeah,
needs theater.
you know, and I'm a big fan of theater. I love seeing shows, and whenever I can. And so I was asked by one of it's probably like the second most revered theater company on campus, to do video
How
for
many
them.
theater companies do you have on campus?
There's actually quite a number. There's 4 theater companies that actually get reasonable turnouts, but there's a lot of underground companies that do stuff.
Wow.
It's great. We're a very there's a lot of theater
Really?
lovers on this campus. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so they contacted me to help do video for them, sort of a last minute thing, but I took it on. And now, after working with them, I actually got elected onto their board, and now I'm their official videographer, which is
Cool.
really, really exciting. Also, I just love the people. I love the environment. And that's actually what inspired me to apply to direct a stage play. And I'm actually doing that. I'm going to be
Nice.
participating in the Original Play Festival, where I'll be directing a 1-act play. It's the first time I've ever really directed anything on stage. And it's also a straight comedy, which is very unlike what I normally do. So
Have fun.
I'm very, yeah, it's going to be a fun time. The people who I cast are incredibly talented. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then, not too long after, that theater company asked me, the number one theater company on campus, who actually is the second most funded organization on campus, they also asked me to do video work for them as well. And that's coming up soon. They're doing a production of American Idiot, which is, I've seen some of their runs, and it's looking absolutely fantastic. So I'm really excited for that. And it's just really it's been a great experience to sort of combine 2 things that I love, film and theater, and to sort of hone my abilities in that regard. That's been super, super fun. And then I also am filming the operas at Mason Gross School of the Arts, which is my school, which is also theater, even though it's a little less theatrical in the sense that there's less movement. It's kind of just a bunch of scenes that occur, and there's not much blocking really. But it pays, and that's what's important. And a lot of this really just works to my one-man production company, Larry Freed Presents, which I started back in 2014. And having all this work has really allowed me to expand that, and it's made it a bit more viable for me to move forward with that name in the future. You know, the more work I do now during school, the more people, the more connections I can, quote, the more testimonials I can get. It's funny. Like 2 years ago, I never would have thought to even continue pursuing with my LLC just because it was sort of a side thing. It was kind of just a brand name to get money, to have something to sort of be official. But now that I'm doing all this work, it's actually made me consider moving forward with a lot of business plans and hiring people and getting a lot of other trusted filmmakers and artists that I know to sort of make Larry Freed Presents more of a collective. Instead of just sort of a one-man thing. So that's, as far as just moving forward, that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now. Obviously, I want to do something, more hands-on in the industry, but it's kind of interesting. I never thought I'd really be moving forward with freelance stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at. As far as creative stuff, it's really hard for me to say because I'm just doing assignments at school. But I've made a lot of really good films, and I'm really proud of some of the work that I've done. Other times, not so much, but that doesn't need to be talked about here.
I think I'd like to link them all in the description.
You'll never find them.
I'm
So
sure I
it's
Besides, Max and I saved your best video. Remember, Max?
Yeah,
We have it.
still got that picture.
I don't know if you deleted it or not, but we have your. What was it? It was like your first YouTube video. You were like
I want
12.
to say it was like, what was it, Mario Galaxy or something like that.
Well, no, I think-
those. Oh yeah, they're all still up on YouTube.
No, like remember when he was like a kid? Like you could really tell it was him.
Yeah, playing like Mario Galaxy 2 or something like that. Like this was like way
Oh, okay.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't
yeah.
my first video. That was my first one.
Oh.
I had made several Let's Plays before then.
No, it wasn't Let's Play. We have something called My First YouTube Video. I have it saved because Max and I found it. We were
Oh.
afraid that he would delete it.
Oh. Oh no, yeah, those are all up on YouTube.
Ah, that's no fun. I thought
They're all.
that we had saved
I like
it.
looking back. Yeah, I like looking back on them, making
Yeah.
fun of myself a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
oh,
I
it's
have a
fun.
similar situation. You can find a bunch of stupid stuff.
I
made in
was a
high school.
really crappy kid back then. So
I mean, I had
I
a
was- I had
feature
a
on my
real potty
YouTube
mouth.
channel from the vault where I found my old bad videos that weren't even on YouTube yet and specifically uploaded them. So yeah, I have
Yeah.
no shame in my shameful.
yeah,
the
originally
videos.
I used to be scared if people found them, but one time I watched them. I just took some time to look at them, and I think they're just hysterical. In how weird I was and how weirdly I worded things and approached it all. But yeah, I did a lot of YouTube stuff before this. For those who are lacking context. One thing that is actually kind of interesting that I think you guys might be interested to hear is that I did some camera work on a film. There's a competition that happens at Rutgers and several other schools around the United States called Campus Movie Fest. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's basically a competition where students, any college students, you don't have to be film students, come together and get 1 week to create a short film under 5 minutes. And then they submit it to this larger company called Terminus, which has an awards show at a different city every year. This past year, it was Atlanta. And I did camera work for a friend of mine for one of her films, which was sort of, it's called Artist Profile, The Sex Twins. It's sort of it's a parody of post-feminism and a lot of the weird trends that go on with those movements. And it not only did it win an award for production design at the Terminus event, it actually got through the pre-screening series to get screened at the Cannes Film Festival, which is a crazy, crazy thing. I won't be attending the Cannes Film Festival because,
Of course you don't. You're not freaking stacked.
yeah, I mean, my wallet just had a conniption just now when I said the word Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
But the director, my friend Lauren Wilby, and she's a Mason Grove student as well, and I just think that's a really awesome thing that that has happened to me, and I'm proud to work on stuff that can be shown at that scale. A couple of students in the past who have been certificate students of the film program have gotten to show stuff too. But yeah, that's kind of all there is really.
That's it.
Just still.
Boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max,
You
you're
know,
gonna have to
whatever.
kind of I don't know, really try to one up that. That's impressive.
Well, I'm not going. So I'm not
Still,
going to the Cannes Film
it
Festival.
wasn't just that.
It's
like,
still
all the
cool that
theater
it's getting
work.
screened though.
Though there is an industry,
theater
man.
work's
You
a lot
could
of fun.
I can see you falling into that kind of niche. Like every time I go to a movie, there's the Met on live on screen, and like it's an industry. People
Yeah,
filming
honestly,
live productions.
it's a great and it's getting a lot more traction now with Broadway HD, which is sort of what they're calling the Netflix of Broadway.
yeah,
It's starting to. I would love to do like 18 multicam shoots. That sounds like, oh my god, it's heaven.
Or
Lord.
even do like the Hairspray Live, Sound of Music Live, like all those live television
true,
events are
yeah.
similar. Like similar, like it's not the same, but the idea
Yeah.
of like live televised kind of. So yeah, it's like a good fit.
Yeah, just cultivating a love for film and theater at the same time. Always fun.
It's good.
Anyway, Max, have you organized your thoughts?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
All
I
right.
have.
So, Max, what have you been up to lately? Huh?
Well, if you'd asked me this like a month ago, I would have said not much. It
Well,
was
that's why we didn't record a month ago.
Well, yeah, that's
it was-
that's precisely why.
That's the point. We were
It is-
waiting until we had like something to report.
Yeah, 2016 was not kind to
Man.
anyone.
The first half of 2016 was amazing, and then it just whatever happened happened.
Eh, well, yeah, and then yeah, and I really was thinking, man, this is pretty rough. I kept applying everywhere. I got interviews, they never went through, ever.
I know that.
I
Feeling.
even went, yeah. I think the only accomplishment that really like sort of like matters in this really really awful time in my life is that I actually wanted to apply to a video game news website because that's an industry that is definitely stable and definitely gonna thrive in the next few years. So what they were asking for was a video cover letter where I would basically
right.
where you would basically just like
oh
introduce
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
And so I made one just based off what I knew from my editing abilities. And when I sent it to them, not only did I get an interview or a screening call, I guess, but it also it made some waves on social media a little bit among my friends to the point where it actually managed to arrive on television.
Yep.
My video. I wasn't interviewed, but my video actually appeared in a news segment for a local news program that I was later informed was in syndication all over the country. It's weird.
Holy.
Yeah, somebody was
that's
shown in
nuts.
Texas and in other areas.
Didn't realize we were
over
talking
there.
to a celebrity.
Oh,
That was
dang,
literally
Max.
the only thing that happened, and it it was just a few seconds. I did not get the job at Polygon. I did not get the job anywhere until just a little bit after New Year's. I got a message from from one of my old bosses.
Now, wait one
at-
second, Max. Weren't you doing fun side things before this big job thing?
Yeah, sort of.
Why don't you talk
Yeah,
about it?
I-
It's good. You put a lot of effort into it. I put a lot of
Okay,
effort
I was
into
gonna
it.
I was gonna do that afterwards because it kind of all culminates into this one thing that I'm doing right now. But it was also during this time that, in the wake of the election of Donald Trump, I was
Oh, you said the
convinced that.
thing. You said
Oh,
the
you
thing.
Yeah.
said it.
You must
Oh,
not
whatever.
be named.
All right, Pee Wee
Oh,
Herman.
well,
That's quite
We
enough.
already basically referenced it like 10 times, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in the election of 45, it was like I got this. Have you heard about that? That's like the new movement to not refer to him by name but call him 45.
I like it.
That
It's not-
just sounds kind of petty to me. Whatever.
I'm all
Um,
about petty. All
Yeah.
about it.
Dial 1-800 I'm petty and you can talk to me. And so I made a decision that I was going to do something I was always on the fence about, and that was to become sort of an online entertainer to entertain my friends and the people who needed that in this rough period of American history. It was, though I was already in production of a video, I finally decided to finish it and put it up. In June, when I got back from college, I had been working on a video for YouTube about just like an old retro game review in the style of Hidden Block, Normal Boots, sort of the angry video game nerd in a sense, just like these content producers I've been watching for a long time. I was just gonna put it up as like a part of some stupid project that would last for a month. That didn't happen. I got really frustrated and I stopped. But then I resurrected it months and months later in November and posted it, and I was proud of it to the point where I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. Alongside this, I decided to make sort of like some small video reviews of me just like reviewing the newest movies, like in a very quick fashion. I don't know if I'll continue with that, but
I like them.
yeah, yeah,
those
no,
are great. I love them.
People seem to like them. Well, if you like them, you should all share them.
I
with all
don't
your
use my
friends
Facebook.
more.
It's not personal.
I do.
haven't posted
I
on
do share-
Facebook in
I
like
do
5
share them.
years.
Okay,
I share
okay.
them all the time.
Cool. Then in December, I was driven to make a new video, and it was like, and it's easily still one of the proudest works I've ever made. It was just me talking about a bunch of Marvel characters. Maybe you guys might be interested in it, but it also got some.
Interested
saw
in
it.
it. I was there like every step. Come
Yeah.
on.
Sean was he's now
I'm a
become sort of a
consultant.
consultant.
Yeah, no,
for
I
me.
officially
Yeah.
have earned that title in my mind. I am the Max Barrender YouTube channel consultant.
Yeah, and
Nice,
that really,
creative
which
consultants.
brings me to the fact I decided, hey, I'll start a YouTube channel on my own and make videos on my own. And the last video I made, which is a sort of just an opinion video, like an editorial about Jim Carrey's Count Olaf, it just cracked 5,000 views the other day
Yeah.
and 70
so
dislikes.
cool.
Our last YouTube video got 25. So you're moving up, Max. You're moving up in the
We'll,
Well,
we'll,
he-
we'll
well,
talk
the
about that
timing
in
was
we'll
quite
talk about that in a
good.
little bit, actually.
Okay.
So I've decided, I'm going to make YouTube videos, but that's not the big thing that happened to me regarding YouTube.
Mm-mm.
I was in a series of events that I would describe as incredibly coincidental and really would not happen otherwise.
So
I
they're not,
landed
it's
a
not
jo-
an unfortunate series of events.
No, it's not an unfortunate
Oh,
event.
okay.
It's just surprising in every sense.
That was so forced.
Well,
Oh my
yeah.
yeah. What do you know? Do I make not forced jokes? Seriously.
Yeah,
like,
let's be real.
Go back the entirety of our podcast and name me one. Name me one.
Yeah, that is so true.
Hey Sean, you will laugh at this joke.
Okay.
See, that was a forced joke.
Even I'm saying boo on that.
Okay. So guys, this this website that we're doing like that. This video that this is on right
Vimeo?
now.
No, we're not on Vimeo.
Oh God, we couldn't afford that. Jeez, they
I actually do have a Vimeo.
I do too, but then like they charge if you after you upload like one video. It's dumb. So I work at YouTube headquarters now. I'm not a YouTuber as they call it, but I work in the facility staff. I don't know how much I can say in public, given that I've just finished up my first week. But
well, you can tell us what you do, right?
Well, let's see. On my first day, I made a coat rack.
No, but okay, but like, what's your average task stuff? Like, I went through like
jobs.
Markers and meetings and trimming and like syncing with the database and tech support. Like, so give us kind of a rundown.
Somebody says, "Hey, could you go do this thing?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'll go do this thing," and I go do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You told me you were a communications intern.
No, I'm not.
Is that what you told me?
I'm not an intern. I'm a customer service representative.
Customer service representative. That's what you said.
Yeah. Which makes it sound like YouTube is a store and I operate the cashier. That's not how this works.
Yeah, it's kind of weird thinking that customer service reps build coat racks.
Yeah, no, I'm given through an online system. I'm given tasks to complete. That includes anything from like I have to clean all the different buildings in the area and like keep everything nice and organized. And it's just like it's a matter of just keeping things as clean as possible so that the people working on YouTube on the site that we are running right now don't have to like get distracted and go ask facilities, "Hey, can you go fix this thing?"
Yeah, support
That's my
staff
job.
is super important.
Oh yeah, yeah. We are facilities is not what you think about when you think about YouTube, but we just keep things going at a consistent rate. So don't blame me for content ID. So what
You're not personally responsible, right?
Yeah. So and it's like absolutely where I want to be after a week there, even though it demands a lot of energy, but it's wonderful. Like the other day, I went up to one of the top floors of the place, and there were posters for. Do you remember a few years ago, guys, when there were these legit commercials for YouTube where it's like you blank the future, like bring history to its knees. There were posters of that everywhere. There were tons of like YouTube Red stuff. And there was a gold YouTube play button like sitting atop a whole thing, and I even carried a diamond play button that was addressed to no one.
Huh. Oh my God!
Like
Jeez.
Actually, and it was incredibly heavy. Like I don't know if that's
diamond
super
play button.
Yeah, how many subs is that?
That's 10 million.
Does that exist?
A very select few people.
I don't think so yet.
No, like PewDiePie has it.
No, Markiplier has it, and I think, and Jacksepticeye, I think, him too.
I don't know who that is. That's weird.
They're Let's Players.
Of course.
Like the only one that's higher than that is the Ruby play button for 50 million subscribers that only Pewds has. So that's just like
Jesus
a really
Christ.
strange thing to see. We even found a box with like a YouTube gold play button inside a frame that was all like broken and stuff, and it was addressed to to a YouTuber. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like. This is where it happens. This is where it happens. This website I use every day. I've been making videos on every day. This is where it's created, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. I'm really hoping I don't say anything like that's like a conflict. Like I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm also the only person who works at YouTube to also make YouTube videos. Like
interesting.
Yeah. But like again, the other day I was just sitting back in just like on a table, and I just overheard these guys talking about content ID and like programming content ID. I'm like, this thing is what people complain about all around the clock. Like, this is ridiculous. You're talking about it like it's just like this little thing, like this little like puppet thing, and this is something that like affects every YouTuber out there. It was just like it was ridiculous. And there's so much cool stuff, and I'm very, very grateful to be a part of it. Honestly, there's no way in hell that I would have ever expected this, but I'm glad to be there. That's what's happened to me, and I'm man, I really hope I didn't say anything like too private in this video.
If you have anything, you'll let me know. We'll edit it out. Okay. Don't worry.
Yeah,
we're here for you. We're not.
I want to get Sean's full reaction for this. I told Larry about this, but so Sean, there, every floor it's themed after a different thing, right?
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah, I thought you told me. Like, this sounds familiar, but continue.
So like, I went on one floor and I saw Felix Heathcliff. Like, what do you think the theme was there? Felix, Heathcliff,
I don't know. Felix is PewDiePie.
Garfield. Come on.
So it's Let's Players.
What?
Oh
no,
my
no,
god,
no,
you
no,
forgot
no,
a
no.
you forgot a quintessential one in that within
Um,
your listing.
What was it? What was it? Remind me.
Snowball.
Yeah, Snowball. That's another one.
Cats.
Yeah.
There,
cartoon
see?
cats.
Come
there
on,
are two
Max.
Felixes. We're talking about YouTube, so I didn't go to Felix the cat.
Heathcliff,
Okay.
Heathcliff, no one should.
There's a Felix on YouTube?
ever rise the neighborhood.
Oh, that's right.
Felix
No,
the cat,
and
classic
then-
animated character.
Hey,
that
Felix
I
the
think
cat is
outdates
great. I love
Mickey
Felix the
Mouse.
cat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
Felix
is
the cat's
awesome.
great.
Another one. This you don't know about this one, Larry. The Room with a View. Room 6. You can
nice.
tell. Yeah.
Oh,
And then I went on
gee,
one
I wonder
floor.
what the theme is.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could have made you guess that one. There was one Fraggle Rock, My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Cartoons.
You know, and then there was one that I went on, Courage Wolf, This Is Sparta, Honey Badger.
Memes.
I work at a place where memes are conference rooms.
Yep. Thank you, post on
And it's an
Facebook.
I don't
official
expect.
Thing. It
I
is
really
an
don't
official
expect
thing. There are
anything less.
plaques. There it is on the map. It is everywhere. This is not just like some nicknames that some of the employees get. No, this is real. Like when somebody calls up freaking like the I don't know Time Warner Cable, they're like, all right, I need you guys to meet me in the Courage Penguin office, like that kind of thing. Like I'm serious. I'm serious.
Keep a straight face.
We need
and be
to.
like, we need to discuss the future.
We should have this meeting at the
of your
Grumpy
company.
Cat room.
We need to talk about your future. This company. Let's move this to This Is Sparta.
Yeah. Yeah, and like just stuff like that. It's a lovely, welcome atmosphere. I like it a lot. It's great, and I couldn't be happy to be there. It's gonna be rough to make YouTube videos while doing it, but my new goal is to maybe just somehow be the first person, and perhaps the only person in history, to work at YouTube while also making videos on YouTube and get a silver play button.
Which
100,000 subscribers. Let's go.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, it's a goal.
Yeah, and
It's a
I
goal.
like your video idea that you messaged a lot last night.
Mm-hmm.
Messaged that to me. That was
Oh,
really
yeah.
good. Looking forward to seeing it. Finish the other one
Yeah.
though, because I like that one as well. Both will get a lot of clicks, so do it. Do both.
Yeah. I looked at the script for the one that he's currently working on. It was good.
I had to put
Very looking forward to
I have
it.
to put that one on hold for right now and move
Yeah.
it to like another time.
Aw.
Don't worry, no, it's not shelved. It's not shelved. The new one,
Well,
I think, yeah. Well, I'll tell you about it after the show. But like, it's
I assume. Well, I assume I know the reason why you're gonna shelve it
Ye-
until later.
yeah. But
Yeah, but
anyway, I didn't mean to take up much time, but that's what's going on. With
I
my
feel
life,
like I
and
took
it's
up too
pretty
much
awesome.
time, so it's cool.
no, don't worry, I did too. So everything's fine. So we're all doing cool things, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually
Cool.
We have some
Things we're happy
We all
with.
have things resembling lives, which would not have been the case for two of us like a few months ago. So I'm glad we waited.
Mhm.
But again, and that's why it took so long, guys. That's how bad it was. Like,
Yeah.
we were both like, oh yeah, let's just wait a little bit, let Max and I settle in. We're gonna both be down in Los Angeles making, I don't know, Star Wars movies or something. Everything's gonna work out so great and perfect, and it's gonna happen so fast. In fact,
Hey,
But
the
tomorrow's the new
post
last
grad
episode.
blues.
yeah,
The post grad blues.
But
You know what happens.
nothing happened, but now it has. So thankfully.
Yeah, I'm happy that we all are doing things we're happy with. That's really nice.
Yeah.
So before we conclude our final episode of Rule Thirds, I want to talk a little bit about the show. I know we did the
Well, we
whole
need to talk
3-year
about
retrospective thing.
what we want to do in the future, right?
Oh yeah, okay. I guess we can talk about that a little bit.
Short term and long term,
Um,
sort of thing.
Sure. Sean, well, this is sort of the segment. We're just going to talk a little bit about short-term goals, long-term goals, things we see ourselves doing in the future.
Right, kind of like where do you think like, if
movie
you're listening,
based or not. Yeah.
it's kind of like
So-
what are the goals post podcast? Because like this is the last you'll hear from us if this is your only way to hear from. I mean, you can
Right.
follow us on
But hey,
Twitter.
follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter.
I use my Twitter.
Subscribe
account.
to my
I'm-
YouTube channel.
Please subscribe to Max's
yeah,
YouTube. They're really good
do
videos,
that.
guys.
You know, I am at the Larry Freed. Sean is at S Capdeville, and Max is at Mr. Max Mariner.
That will be in the
so-
description. We'll put that in the description.
Yes,
and
go-
all of Larry's
yeah,
bad
go-
videos.
Yeah. So go follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to Max on YouTube.
That will also be in the
subscribe to
description.
me on YouTube because I also have a YouTube channel. It's not much like Max, but I do post my short film works there.
Yeah.
Larry Freed presents.
We'll link the
So-
latest preview in that channel as well, just because that's now on
Yeah,
mine.
and
Like its
go-
preview isn't here anymore; it's on my channel. So
Yeah, go subscribe to Sean so that you can catch that finale. It
yeah,
sounds
it's gonna
like
be pretty
a good time.
epic. It's gonna be like I don't know, 10 minutes instead of 8.
Yeah, three trailers though.
Actually, no, it will
So-
probably be pretty long. I'll probably have to create some sort of like not a storyline, but like a shell that kind of holds the whole episode. And I'm gonna have fun with it. It'll be kind of emotional. I'll give it some thought.
All right. It's gonna be good. But Sean, anyway, talk to us about goals.
Well, the short term goals is the preview and that chapter, just as we're ending this one. And then about the same time, my job only exists until late April / early May, because again, the Congress people only are here for those few months every 2 years, and so I'm not needed once they're not here. There are permanent people that work in the Capitol, year round and all that, but I'm not one of them. I was brought in for session. I will leave with session, and so that means that I have to once again find something fairly soon. The current goal is to save up all this money, that I'm making at my job, and move to Los Angeles. Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a shock.
Nice.
I know. I hope no one spit out their tea, but
Spit out
that's the goal.
tea.
And it might not be. I'm not 100%. I'm considering Atlanta's apparently big up and coming in film. I'll see if there are any jobs there. I'm considering, depending how things go in the next few months, I'm considering Vancouver, not this country, if you catch my meaning.
Oh wow.
And honestly, speaking of that, I'm looking into political-based jobs, because my long-term goals have nothing to do with my day job necessarily. And so if during the day I can be helping out, the current state of things, that's great. So I'm going to be looking all around, but I'll probably be in the Los Angeles area by the the time May ends, or June at least. I'll be in the Los Angeles area. That's the short-term plan. I still love trailers. I'm still going to try to cut a Casablanca trailer that I said would be done in 2 days in my Casablanca preview. I have not touched it since I said it will be done on Valentine's Day. I got distracted.
You also said you'd be doing a top 10.
Oh yeah, no, that didn't
top
happen
10 movies of the year, and that didn't happen.
No,
So
no. Thank goodness I'm an actual YouTuber, right?
what was your number one? I don't think I even saw
Zootopia.
saw the card for that.
Yeah, Zootopia.
Oh,
it's there.
okay,
It's
cool.
there. Yeah, Zootopia. But
Nice.
I started the video and had it all recorded. I wrote it and recorded it, but then I was editing. I got to number 8. And I'm like, this is terrible. I hate this. So I'm just going to not edit anymore. So yeah, go to my Twitter and you can see my little cards. They're cool. But yeah, that's the short term. I still want to see if I can get a trailer agency, because I do love trailers a lot. But that didn't happen last time, so I'm not feeling like it's a given anymore, even with preview and all that. And then maybe a political thing, help out, fight back, resist, #resist, all that. And besides that, that's basically it for short term. And moving to long term, I am still gonna write this movie, and I do fully intend to try to move it somewhere. It's not likely, especially because what it is. I don't know if you guys know what it is, but it's technically a remake.
Save it.
So, and the movie I'm remaking was not the most popular. We're not going to give away, but Larry, we can talk after and see if you know. And I can even send you some pages, you and Max, if you want. Act 1's done. If you want to read Act 1, it's 40 pages.
I got a small feeling.
Yeah, we'll talk after.
What it might be. Yeah,
and I'd love feedback. So yeah, it would be great. But and also TV show, also Fox Den is I've thought about this show and stuff literally every day. I know for a fact there's been a single day that has gone by I had not thought about it, or tried to how does this scene be better, or play it in my head, or find some song that matches the tune. So I want to do it, and that sounds ridiculous, but why not? I've got to go for it. And so long term is get this show made, get the movie made, think of another movie idea if that one doesn't work, and get that made. I want to do screenwriting. Long term, that's the goal right now. I short term, I do enjoy editing, and I think I have good editing ability. So if I can, do that as my day job, that's awesome. That's the coolest day job I can imagine. Using editing, because I do still love it. But end game, I have a lot of ideas that I'm very frustrated people don't know about, because I think they're cool, and no one knows but me. And I can only bother so many friends at a time. I'd rather throw it up on a silver screen for millions of people. Then they will know, and I cannot be so annoyed that they don't. So that's my big speech of my future plans.
Yeah. As someone who's read the scripts of Fox Den, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where that goes.
That's a very dense script. Because
It is very. It is.
I hope
yeah.
that comes across like
But-
when you read like, oh, they have way too much.
Oh
plan.
no,
They
you
have
are
way too
you are
much plan.
clearly building up for the long haul.
Yeah.
Like immediately when I started reading, I was like, oh okay.
Yeah, like there's all
I
these
know
things
what this
mentioned.
is.
I hope people don't
Yeah.
see it in like a bad light. Like, oh, this guy's
Like
expecting.
it immediately reminded me of the first episode of Breaking Bad in
Ooh.
season with like the teddy
Yep.
bear tease.
Yep.
Immediately reminded me of like, oh okay, we're gonna throw around a bunch of crap and then build up to it.
Well, hey,
But
being
it's really good.
Being
It's a
compared to Breaking
great
Bad,
concept.
it's a great thing. So thank you.
No,
The show's
it's
nothing like
no,
Breaking Bad,
well,
but-
yeah, no, that's a great technique. But you're in it for the long haul.
Yeah,
and
the idea of build up.
I wish you luck with it.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
it's gonna be good. I guess we'll go in the order that we originally had.
Yeah.
So as far as me, short term is
Graduate.
pass,
Right? Yeah.
pass class. Yeah, pass the classes.
Don't die buried in homework.
Last semester, I was really stressed out with a lot of freelance work and finals, but I managed to pull off a 4.0 GPA,
Ooh.
which is crazy.
That is crazy. Congrats.
I've never done that before. Thank you. That's a really huge thing for me, and it was honestly, like, I don't mean to brag, but I deserve that 4.0 because I worked really goddamn hard to pull off that semester
Man,
with a lot of crap that was
We're all
going on.
slipping on the no swearing rule, fellas. It's okay.
well,
We're not going to get marked.
okay,
25
well-
people watch it. One of them is not going to be
Yeah.
that guy that's like, Mark is adult content.
But yeah, so past class, do more theater work. I'm really this big. It's the the big theater company on campus. If they like me, I'm hoping to be their official videographer, and that is what I can do. And they pay me rather well. So that would be nice. And just keep making. I'm staring at this wall of ideas that I have on my apartment
Ooh,
wall here.
I wanna see that
There's
wall.
just a ton of ideas. That I really want to get to, and I'm hoping that as I continue, I can incorporate these ideas into my work. So just a bunch of scattered ideas that I really want to get to. But it's also another short-term goal is just get work, do work. I got an offer from a PR management firm that I wasn't able to do this semester, but I'm hoping to do in the summer, which would be really cool. They've worked with a lot of big clients like Hasbro.
Ooh.
That's some banks, I think, also. I don't know. That one stuck out to me because it's Hasbro.
Yeah, they're pretty
So yeah, they're big. So it'd be really fun to do that. As far as long-term goals, I would like to be an editor. That's kind of where I see myself going. That's where my talents best lie right now, I feel like. Anything revolving that, again, as I mentioned, sort of expanding Larry Freed Presents is, I guess, another long-term goal. It would be nice to have a sort of freelance backbone to work off of. I've done some work in the city with a couple of friends of mine that go to Columbia University. And many of them are freelance cinematographers and directors, and some of them have already graduated. Some of them people who've come from my program who have graduated and are now doing freelance work at a pretty consistent rate. One of them actually just in a very last minute thing just went off to go interview Bernie Sanders for a video that actually got quite a bit of coverage.
Well, yeah.
You guys may have even seen it. It got I don't remember the exact thing, but it got thrown around quite a bit. So yeah, and also just do shoots. Do a lot more shoots. Be production assistant on a bunch of shoots. I was actually a gaffer on another shoot, which was a lot of fun.
I just gotta throw it out there, guys. The thing I learned in film school that like sticks out the most, I hate production. Like the actual production.
I
is a
mean, I don't
nightmare
like
to me.
production as much as I like post production.
Right, so I'm pre and
so much
post.
more
I
fun
love
to me.
writing, I love editing, but in that middle, terrible. It scares
See,
me.
I want to do more writing. That was a goal. But I don't know. For me, I just like editing. Just feels like such a science to me.
Oh, I
kind
know.
of like having that rewrite power.
Yeah, I love
everyone
how
says the edit is sort of the
yet
second
artistic it is.
rewrite.
Oh, you don't have to sell it to me. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then another, as a last little cherry on top, another goal is to see more theater. I really want to
You're
see
in New
theater.
York,
I saw,
basically. Like, come on. Yeah, you're in that world.
Yes. Yeah, I saw 6 shows, technically 5, but I saw 1 in theaters that was full, so it was basically 6. 6 theater shows last season, which was so cool, so much fun. One of them was like a revelatory experience for me, as just a work of art in itself. And I just a New Year's I don't usually do New Year's resolutions because they're kind of pointless to me. But one of the ones that I did put was to see more theater and see at least 6 shows again. So they're expensive.
Yeah.
But I want to save up the money. I want to go see shows. I want to meet people. Right now, Jake Gyllenhaal is actually on Broadway right now, which is crazy. And I've wanted to like actually meet him for like ever because he's one of my favorite actors right now. That's a sort of a fanboy thing. Yeah, those are my goals. What about you, Max?
It's kind of weird given my situation, but like right now, I mean, my short-term goal, I mean, honestly, don't get fired, but
Way to aim
also,
high.
I guess, yeah, just hopefully just like keep myself in this situation that is doing well for me. Hopefully, like move somewhere closer because commute's pretty ridiculous. Keep making YouTube videos. Hopefully just learn to adult a little bit more, I guess. Not much else outside of that. Just keep going forward and making more videos. That 100,000 subscriber thing is absolutely a goal. It's a really far away goal, but I don't think it's impossible.
No.
I just keep myself up at night editing. Just not sleeping anymore.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have classes. You don't have classes to skip, so
Yeah, but yeah.
You can't skip work though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's always an obstacle.
Yeah, like I guess my long-term goal has not changed. I am a director. That's what I do. I saw La La Land and I was like, oh my god, I miss directing actors so much. And though I'm not in any position to do that right now, and I don't think I will be for quite a while, that's not, the goal is still the same. I do have a film that it's almost a year old now. It's color corrected. It needs titles, and then I'll be ready to go. Once I get some money coming in from this new job, I'll start getting it titles and credits and everything on it, and then sending it to film festivals. Hopefully, they'll go somewhere because it's not like the thing isn't finished yet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's yeah. There's no time limit on this, but I think it's still good to get it out as soon as possible at this point.
I didn't know about
it's not
this.
like it's
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I mean,
you guys haven't seen my senior film, have you?
Pyrrhic,
yeah.
Yeah,
Pyrrhic,
yeah. Won the award for best editing or something like that.
No, I didn't win best editing, but I won best picture. So like, I don't know. I think editing's pretty important.
It was basically a cohesive best editing award.
No, seriously though, editing is so important. I mean, you can't have bad editing in best picture. So I felt pretty good about that.
Yeah,
I don't think you guys have seen it. That was last year. It wasn't. I edited. It wasn't like mine, like the director. But anyway, sorry. Continue.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about my student films.
It's weird. So like, it's a very weird position right now where I'm in a very creative environment, but I'm doing I'm not doing creative things, and it's just but it's a good place to be, I think. And who knows? I might run into MatPat or somebody, and I'll be like, hey, we could use somebody on a production who knows his stuff or something.
Yeah, you never know.
Help making those clickbaity thumbnails.
Yeah,
you should tell him. Yeah,
I'm talking more about like his live action segments. Like, hey, if they need an assistant director on Game Lab, I'm good. I'm down.
Yeah,
do it.
that would be fun.
Aha, true.
It's not to say anybody out there listening that I'm like not down to leave YouTube or anything like that. I just want to make that very clear to the audience out there. Anybody who's listening, I love where I am right now, and I don't want to leave it anytime soon. Just want to make that very clear out there.
I love it.
Just random.
It's great.
Just random people. I don't know who I would direct that message towards, but.
Yeah, just like anybody listening who was confused and had some kind of influence on my future. Just don't worry. Just don't worry.
So
yeah, so I guess
I kind of want to point out, guys, Larry. I said I want to be a screenwriter. Max says I want to be a director. Larry says I want to be an editor.
Hey man, Rule Thirds Film Collective.
Why don't we try sometime? Max, would you direct something I wrote?
Oh yeah, I mean we have to, work together.
Honestly, I am incredibly open to that conversation.
That would be interesting. That would be like the real finales if we just kind of came together and made a film.
I just have to get down to LA at some point.
Well, none of us are down there, so don't be too quick.
Well, Sean, you are far more. It's more reasonable that you can get down there than me. But I hope to do a study abroad thing there, or because my program
study abroad in LA.
Well, it's on the other side of the country.
I mean, my program, the study abroad in my film program is basically on whenever a project comes up, you can travel to wherever they go. There was a group of students that went to Mexico for one. There's a group of students that went to Greenland. One of them had to get trained in sledding, to like film the ice caps up there. So if the film needs to be shot in California and they're gonna bring kids there, I'm definitely gonna apply. But you know, if when I'm down in LA, man, collaboration. We all still collaborate. I mean, Max has had me and Sean work on, you know, ask him for feedback on some of his videos.
And it seems like I'm
I've
going to
asked
send
Max
you my
and Sean.
script, so even more collabs.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, I mean, I could make a cameo appearance, like doing a part of the Guardians video if you'd like. Just like
Oh no,
doing
actually,
it,
I was gonna. Thanks for reminding me. I have an idea for one of you to. I would love it if both of you could be in it because it is the finale. I haven't written anything, but I have some ideas. So yeah, don't be surprised if
Hopefully
those
it'll
two
make up for
are in the finale.
it'll make up for the cameo situation during Gatsby.
That was you. I'm eternally
It was
grateful
me.
because you allowed me to tell, which honestly might be my favorite joke of any video.
Your
I've ever
favorite
made.
joke?
It's so
Your
good.
favorite joke?
It's
No, I just
so
remember you. I remember you getting all upset at Max because he just didn't do the read right for that cameo.
Yeah.
He was like, Larry, you have to do it exactly the way that I want it. I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
I think that leads us into the final stop. Just
Right,
talking
yes,
about Rule
the final
30s as a
stop.
whole.
So yeah, I think it's just, you know, we had the 3-year retrospective, which we did not too long
Yeah, that's
ago.
way more in
It was
detail than
it
we're
was
gonna
a
go
little
down.
while, yeah, that was a real in detail, like, look back
And it
at
was
our
a lot
history.
of fun. Please watch it. I think it
Oh,
turned out
it was
great.
Yeah,
so
it was a lot
fun.
of
It's,
fun.
Yeah.
it's probably our
It was
best
great to look
late
back.
period episode. Like as we were winding down, I think that was our best.
Yeah, I would agree. Although I love the top three though. That was so
The
much
best
fun to
films,
do.
yeah, favorite films. So.
I think it would be important, you know, as a sort of a send off moment in the final moment, to just talk about how important this show has been to us. Because I don't know. I'm not going to speak for you guys, although I'm sure I can anticipate what I'm going to hear. But Rule Thirds was incredibly important for me, and just the entire process of, you know, from Cinemattack to Rule Thirds website to Rule Thirds.
This is the end of the third act, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is the end.
I'm
and
excited
I think
for the
it's
gritty
just-
reboot.
Oh yeah, the gritty reboot
Yeah.
with
The next
Denis
generation.
Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve's going to direct
Rule
the
Thirds,
new
next generation.
reboot.
Yes.
My daughter, your sons, they all like come together and
Oh,
start
wow.
yelling at each other about movies.
Oh,
again.
I feel like
It'd be
that's the hackneyed way to go about a reboot like that.
Well,
The daughter
Wait.
of this person.
great.
I don't
all
know.
female reboot.
oh boy.
I'd be down. I'm not
Those
like
25
I'm not
people
opposed
are
to
going to
it.
have their childhoods ruined.
Yeah, their childhoods.
So I guess we could just, we'll start and we'll keep going in that order.
Well, okay. I don't know if we need to monologue. We can all
Okay,
just
can
kind of
I ask a question? All right, this is a bit more freeform, I guess. I have a question
Okay.
for both of you guys.
Sure, yeah.
In my efforts making videos and stuff, I've always, I've seen the view count go up and stuff. I'm starting to wonder, the work that I do on my videos, I'm pretty proud of it, but it's not a super step up from what we were doing on Rule Thirds. So, were we doing something? Did we miss something?
Yeah.
Did we and I mean this not not in like a post-mortem kind of way, but just like an honest thought. Like, I feel like we were making the content that people wanted to watch. Maybe our approach was just off. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Honestly, it's kind of hard. So, okay. It's not like we were making bad stuff, but we didn't.
No.
It's okay. We weren't highest quality, and that comes down to the time we had, and more importantly, the money we had and the resources. Like, we couldn't do, Game Lab. We couldn't do all these editing tricks. We couldn't have our own green screen sets and guest stars and all that. And so we were making stuff people wanted to see, but there were people doing it elsewhere, and it looked better, and it was out faster, and so it was just kind of like, it is a tough market. And so yeah, we reviewed this huge hit film. Yeah, but a million people did that already had more subscribers. That does have they do have the
week
fancy
earlier.
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, a week earlier, and then they have like their skit stuff, and we can't compete. So yes, we were making good stuff and stuff people would theoretically want to watch. I do not doubt that. But it wasn't enough. Honestly, it just couldn't take off.
Yeah. It might also have to do with maybe something like about how ours, our thing is very much a group that is under a name,
Right.
whereas a lot of people out there have faces.
Yeah, it's
and then
personality
we have
driven.
faces, as you see. Yeah, we're not as personality driven. We have personalities, and we have shows that are driven by our personalities, but they were never on the center stage.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe if we had taken our, remember those little pictures we had for recommendation domination?
Yeah.
And we maybe put those into the Rule Thirds thumbnails or something like that. I feel like maybe that would have been more what people were looking
I
for.
mean,
It's a guess.
My Casablanca preview thumbnail is very like what I thought. Like, oh hey, I did that because it was the only idea I had. But it's also very like YouTube at the moment. It's just a frame if I'm just like so upset, and like it's a good frame. But yeah, we didn't do that. My preview frames, my preview thumbnails were just kind of the same graphic, but the pictures changed. Like they were cool. But yeah, that's not what YouTube is like gonna click on, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't play the game.
What do you think,
that is
Larry?
why we lost. We didn't play the game.
You know, I think I agree with that, but in a sense, I do think we were a little ahead of the time, a little ahead of the curve, because now you see all these collectives, you see all these people creating groups of other content creators that all come
That's
together
true.
to create work, and I think that's what we were doing, and I think we were doing that on, and also the idea of, and I think honestly, looking back, it was Sean's idea to break down the show and make it into individual segments was a great idea.
I mean,
It was
I think that was my idea too. I mean,
Well, if you remember,
Oh, was it?
okay, we talked about that
Okay.
little.
Oh.
We almost fell apart right before we entered our glory days there, because you guys were basically saying we have to do this, and you were willing to like drop me if I disagreed, and we it's complicated. You can watch the three. I swear we talk about it in detail. I think so in the 3-year retrospective, so you can go there.
No, we definitely did, but it's just, I really liked that idea, and I think a lot of other content creators ended up doing things like that, because I think that's kind of a trend right now.
I would also say, I don't think, just like to make that clear, I don't think we were like the influencers on that.
Oh,
I
no,
think
no,
we were
no.
just
Obviously,
we just got to the party a little bit early
Right.
and then left a little bit early.
Yeah, we just
you
got
know?
to the party early and we left
before
right.
everybody else showed up,
Yeah, and
and there was
also,
nobody
I
to talk
agree.
to and nobody to like
Yeah.
hear us out.
No one was
so-
at our party.
Okay. Okay, we've made that clear. But it's like it's sort of the idea that, like, we were at that point, I guess, eventually we ended up becoming 3 college kids.
Yep.
Who we just didn't have the resources to pull it off, and it totally makes sense.
Like, guys, honestly, so Larry, let's say you're graduated like Max and I was tempted to talk to Max about we just try this YouTube thing, and I decided not to, and I'm glad I did, but then Max just went on his own. I never brought it up to Max. But like, if you were graduated and we were all in that same position of, man, just we don't have any jobs, we can't find anything, why don't we just go for it full time? I think we would be successes. Because I think if we could dedicate that time and like resources and just focus, not being college students at the same time, we could make
absolutely.
it more like what they want to see, and I think we could have actually taken off at least a bit more than we did. But
Yeah, I mean, I was able to do it for a while.
Yeah.
Back when I was still in high school, but then college started happening and my social life was fledging just a little bit. And so it became harder. And then college happened, and it was just it just became, it came down to an ultimatum, and there were other things that took precedence.
But honestly, guys, Max, you did a tweet about how, reminder, if when a YouTuber tells you that the key to success is just keep making videos, they're lying to you. Remember you tweeted that? And,
Yep.
and the picture you tweeted with it was our videos. And I never thought about, we pumped out so much content.
So much.
We
And
really
it's not
did.
garbage.
Yeah.
It's not like the one a day let's play. It's not like it was almost all scripted except the Cinema Talk episodes. And it was all edited by us
Yeah.
independently while we were at school. 2 of us in college at the time. Like, good for us. Honestly, like, let's just say that. Good for us. We did well. Those were the golden years when I decided the best time for us was right after Max released his thought process video, because then it was like officially we each had our own show and we had our group ones, and it was all running smoothly. That was the peak right there, that moment.
Oh yeah, the summer of 2014. Yeah,
It
that was
was
the peak.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yep. And that was after our video reviews, I believe. So that was the peak. As soon as we switched to the video reviews where it was live and we cut between the 3 of us, that was it.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that all 3 of us were able to do that on totally different areas of the country, and we managed to make that somewhat work, is a complete accomplishment. And I am totally willing to admit that.
This has been amazing. Larry, we've never met.
We've never met in
all these
person.
years, all these videos, this recordings, all this has been possible, and we have never been in the same room.
Oh, I think that's important to say. Me and Max met
Yeah.
not too
Yeah.
long ago. Max was down in New York. We went to go see Colbert.
Yeah.
That was fun.
was cool.
And
You
what
guys
I said
were
to him,
on
and the
for a
first thing I said to him was the exact opposite thing I said to you, Sean.
Yep.
Really? What happened?
Well, yeah, I said when I met Sean for the first time, I was like, "You're shorter than I expected." When I saw you, Larry, I said, "You are taller than I expected."
Yep.
Oh yeah, man, 6'2", 6'2", going strong.
5. I want to say 8, 9, maybe 9.
But
sure.
you know, it's like I think really the most important thing I got out of Rule Thirds, and this is gonna sound sappy as hell, but it's just I found, you know, when I first came up with the idea to do Cinemattack, I was nervous because I was like, well, how am I gonna find 2 other people who are like willing to put their time and effort into this video project, who care about film like as much as me, and or more. And then I found Max and Sean, and it sort of opened me up to this world of film criticism and film culture on the internet. And it really opened my eyes to a lot of things, and it really expanded my artistic view. And it taught me a lot, and a lot of techniques I learned while doing Rule Thirds I still apply to my work now. And it was just Rule Thirds was just a great time because it allowed me to create content, to create things that I can look back on and I can learn from. And it helped hone my editing skills. It helped hone my writing skills for sure. It taught me a lot about content creation in general, just how to run a ship, you know, of things happening. And it wasn't all, you know, it wasn't always lollipops and rainbows, obviously. But it was just a great experience, and I feel like I found 2 trusted collaborators through that experience, and honestly, if I had the opportunity, I would have done it all again. It's just a lot of great memories from those days, and I look back on them quite fondly. Okay, that's my spiel.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I have a spiel. I kind of
Yeah, go ahead, spiel it up.
like I it's been pretty clear for a while that like this was where I was headed, you know, film and all that. And so I was in film school, and that's good. Like, and my hobby was film too. Like, I'd watch movies on my own, go to the theater, all that. I play video game stuff, but film was like the main hobby, and it was what I was going to school for. But I always have this need to output something, and that's kind of, it goes back to why I want to do screenwriting. Is, and like I have this idea, and like, and people don't know it, and I think about like, oh, that's good, but no one knows, and I hate that. I hate that they don't know. And so if I see a movie, I'm like, oh, I want to talk about how well this element interacted with another, and I turn to my room and like, this element interacted well with another, and he goes, you're right. Like, that's all I can do. Come on. And so this website, the podcast, the show, website, podcast, it was that outlet. It was that, like, it was already my obsession, and I had so much to say about it. And so to have an ability to just do that, like, it's that simple. It's just, hey, I can talk into this microphone, and 25 people apparently listen. It's tiny, but it was so nice, and it cemented kind of like, this is what I am interested in. It's not just a study interest or a passing like hobby. It's like, I want to output this too. I want to be a part of it and discuss it. I'm not an official film critic. I'm not anything like that, but I am still doing that. I'm still part of this conversation, even in this tiny way. So that's what this entire thing gave me, whether it was the show or the website or now the podcast. It was just a way to shout out what I wanted to about something I'm interested in. And so thank you too for doing that with me. It was great.
No problem. My pleasure.
Hey, Max.
Max, you got a spiel?
We both got speeches.
Come on.
You better have
Max,
a good speech.
you create the best spiels out of all of us, so
Yeah.
you better have a good one.
Well, I think what this effort, this ongoing project, represents for me is that it was the first time that I was working on something that was completely built on teamwork. There was never a moment where it was not a question of like, what, if it's just going to be on my own. It was always going to be Larry and Sean. There's no other part of Rule Thirds that is not without Larry and Sean. Even with our individual shows,
Right.
it was never like, I remember talking about thought process, and you guys objected to it at first
Yeah.
because it didn't fit with Rule Thirds as we all knew it. I'm not hanging out above your heads. I think that was a pretty good point, and I think
Now
maybe
you
it would have been
admit it.
best if I just. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe it would.
No,
have
I'm
been
glad
best
you made
if
that
we
video.
made
It's a
it
great
stupid.
video. I stick by that.
Yeah.
It's so good, dude. It's so good.
Um,
I really love that video.
But in the years that I've like worked on videos and whatnot, I'm always gonna remember that this is where I started. If I ever make it on YouTube or anywhere on internet video, and somebody asks me how I started, it's not gonna be with freaking Harry Potter retro review or whatever. It's gonna be with a review of Die Hard 5.
Good day to Die Hard.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that movie sucks.
That's amazing.
Filming
to bring
in
up.
my room with
what a
my
terrible film to start with. Ugh.
my freaking JonTron sweatshirt, and with nothing behind me in the background, with two other guys. We were all filming in our dorms, our room.
Mhm.
Like, you know, that's where I started. And this, I think, was a pretty good place to start. If this is the end of the third act,
Hey,
Rule
you
Thirds,
got it. You brought the line.
what?
And this is a very good place to start. No, Sound of Music thing.
it's
that's a
true. It
comment.
was, as I've said about 36,000 times on this program, it's a pretty good place to start. And I think if we're going by
There
this
it is.
by this analogy that this is the end, this is the end of the third act of Rule Thirds, then Rule Thirds Cinematheque overall, it's an origin story for all three of us.
Wow.
And as we know, the sequel is usually better.
Holy shit, that was poetic.
I'm
Yeah.
honestly, damn Max,
Yeah,
that was really good.
Yeah,
You got him to cry, Max. You got him to cry.
Only a little. Only not like Mufasa's death amount, but
I can only hope that someday somebody stumbles across this and goes, "Oh my God, wait, is that Sean? Sean
Yeah.
Capdeville made this? What is this? How do people not know about this? Like,
I
I
had
want
this
this to be
amazing
something
image.
like this is where the three of us started."
yeah, I had this
And-
amazing image of like we all kind of succeed in these different things, right? And then there's this weird trivia that comes up, like a clickbait article of like you won't believe where all these three people started, and there's some link to Die Hard, a Good Day to Die Hard review on YouTube, and everyone's like, "What? That's crazy."
Or like
Yeah,
BuzzFeed
it
posted an
really
article
is
about
so
like,
crap.
it's just like somebody, it's like where did these big directors start? And it's like, or like big editors or big people in film start, and it's just like we see Larry with his speech fuzz in his bedroom, and it's just like, and we see text
Oh,
on the
wow.
screen.
Yep.
This is the first video that Larry posted for Cinematheque, like just like that kind of thing. Like it just, the thing is, this isn't going away. Rule Thirds happened. It's over, but it's not going away. Somebody will find this someday, I think, and they will they will appreciate the videos that they find. It may not be the best out there, but I think it'll be a nice time capsule of not only where film culture was at in 2013, 14, 15, and 16, but also where we were at and where we were gonna go. And I think that makes the difference. And I'm glad that this was a part of my career as a video producer.
You know what, Max? You lived up to the hype. You lived up to
did.
the hype. Good job.
That's
Good
a
job.
great final note, honestly.
Yeah. And on that note, it's time to close the. I was gonna say gate door.
Check
Door,
the gate
close
is the term.
Last
Check the
one
gate.
out,
I'm
hit
gonna
the
say close
lights.
the door because I like to close the door. Yeah, you guys got your stuff.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta pick up your little your metaphorical suitcases and.
Yeah,
whatnot
I got my
to do it.
suitcase full of with my laptop, my mic, and a whole bunch of crazy memories.
Oh yeah, man, this was a good time. It was and honestly, it's been so much fun, and I thank you guys for going on this journey with me.
Larry, you're the one that tweeted. Anyone interested in doing video podcast?
yeah, it
thing?
all
And-
started with a tweet, guys. It all
and
started with
I
one
was
tweet.
the first response, I believe, in all caps, going me.
Yeah, really proving that Twitter was good for at least one thing.
Jeez.
So,
All right.
All right. So on that note, thanks to everyone who's been tuning in on this journey with us. All like 3. It's been a lot of fun, and I never did it for the viewers. I really never did it for the view count. I always
Well,
did
good,
it because
'cause
I
we never
liked
got 'em.
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I did it because I liked talking about film with people, and I wanted to exercise that in some way. And it's been a good time. So I'm gonna stop delaying this any longer. From all of us here at Rule Thirds, thanks.
and Cinemattack.
And Cinemattack and RuleThirds.com and Rule Thirds the podcast. Thanks for all your support throughout the years, and stay golden. My name is Larry,
My name is Sean.
And my name is Max.
and for the final time, Thanks for watching.
Max, will you do the honors, please?
See you.